Modern cars are complex machines, and keeping them in good shape is costly and tiring. Knocking engine, worn out belts, dirty oils, and much more. What if I give you a perfect and easy car maintenance checklist without fussing with mechanics? Sounds interesting? Keep watching, because this video will guide you on how to make your car last over 300,000 miles without major repairs. To make it easy, we have divided this checklist into short-term, long-term, and seasonal checkups. Starting off with short-term checkups. Number 1. Check your oil and coolant levels. Every month or before a long trip, take a minute to check your oil and coolant. Always do this when the engine is cool. For oil, pull out the dipstick, wipe it clean, dip it back in, then check the level. If it's low or looks dirty, top it up or get an oil change. Coolant is just as important. It keeps your engine from overheating. Most cars have 2 spots to look. A radiator cap. Never open it when the engine is hot. It can spray boiling coolant. A coolant reservoir, which is a clear plastic tank near the radiator. Just check the level in the reservoir. If it's between minimum and maximum, you're good. If not, add more. But only use the right type for your car. Mixing coolants can harm the engine. Quick reminder, hot engines build pressure, and coolant can reach 210 degrees Fahrenheit. Always wait for the engine to cool down before opening anything. Number 2, keep an eye on tire pressure and tread. Tires might not look flashy, but they're one of the most important parts of your car. Good tires help your car grip the road, especially when it's wet. Bad tires, they can turn a rainy drive into a dangerous one. So let's talk about how to keep them in great shape. When to replace tires, most tires last between 3 to 6 years, or up to 80,000 miles, depending on how and where you drive. Look out for bald spots, bulges, or really worn down tread. Tire rotation. To make your tires last longer, rotate them every 10,000 miles or at every other oil change, just like flipping your mattress so it wears evenly. Check tire pressure monthly. Tires with the right amount of air drive safer and save gas. Some cars have a tire pressure warning system, but if yours doesn't, use a simple pressure gauge. Here's how. Look for the recommended PSI on the sticker inside the driver's door. Take off the tire's valve cap and press the gauge on it. If it's low, add air at a gas station or with a portable air pump. Tip: cold weather lowers tire pressure, so check more often in winter. And always make sure your spare tire is inflated too. If your tire's totally flat and can't hold air, don't drive on it, call for help, or use a spare. Number 3, don't forget the air filter. Your car needs air just like you do. The air filter cleans the air before it goes into the engine, blocking out dust, bugs, and tiny debris. A clean filter means your engine can breathe better. And when your engine breathes better, it uses fuel more efficiently and gives off fewer bad fumes. If the air filter gets clogged, your engine has to work harder, which can lead to poor gas mileage and even engine trouble over time. The good news? Checking or replacing the air filter is super easy, and you can often do it at home. Just open your owner's manual to find where it's located and how often to change it, usually once a year or every 12,000 to 15,000 miles. Keeping your air filter clean is a small step with big benefits. It keeps your engine healthy, helps the environment, and even saves you money at the gas pump. Number 4, test your car's lights. Your car's lights aren't just for seeing, they're for being seen too. From headlights to brake lights, they help you stay safe and let others know what you're doing on the road. Here's a quick and easy way to check them every month. Headlights. Park in front of a wall or garage door, turn them on, and make sure both are working and pointing the right way. Turn signals and parking lights, flip them on, and walk around the car to make sure they're blinking like they should. Brake lights. Ask a friend or family member to stand behind the car while you press the brake. If the red lights don't shine, they might need a fix. These quick checks take just a minute and can help prevent accidents or even tickets. Before moving on to the long-term checkup list, please give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. This helps me bring you more honest car advice. Now to the long-term checkup list. Number 5, check your car fluids. The first one on the list is transmission fluid. It helps your car's gears shift smoothly. Different cars use different types, automatic, CVT, or dual clutch, so always check your owner's manual before adding anything. Some cars have a dipstick to check the fluid, usually at the back of the engine, but newer models may have a sealed system that doesn't need checking. Here's how to check it. Warm up the engine, keep the car in park, and let it idle. Pull out the transmission dipstick, wipe it clean, reinsert it, then pull it out again. The fluid should be between the minimum and maximum marks. Healthy fluid looks reddish pink. If it's brown, it's time for a change. Black fluid or a burnt smell. That's bad news, your transmission might be in trouble. See red fluid under your car. It might be a leak. Keep an eye on it and visit a mechanic if it keeps dropping. If you need to top it off, use a funnel and add through the dipstick tube, but only with the right fluid for your car. Transfer case fluid. If your car has four-wheel drive or all-wheel drive, it has a part called the transfer case. This sends power from the transmission to all four wheels, helping you drive better on rough or slippery roads. Just like your engine, the transfer case needs fluid to keep it running smoothly. If the fluid gets low or dirty, it can cause big problems. Checking it isn't easy. You'll usually need to get under the car, so it's best to have a mechanic check it during regular service, based on what your owner's manual recommends. It's a quick check that can save you from expensive repairs down the road. Brake fluid. Brake fluid is super important. It helps your brakes work properly. Unlike coolant, it doesn't change with temperature much, but the level can slowly drop as your brake pads wear out. When to check or replace it. Your brake pedal feels soft or spongy. It takes longer to stop the car. A brake warning light comes on. The fluid looks dark or dirty. Fresh fluid is clear or light amber. Brake fluid should be changed every 3 to 5 years, or as your owner's manual says. DIY tip: changing brake fluid can be tricky, so it's okay to let a mechanic handle it. But if you like getting your hands dirty, lift the car and remove the wheels. Find the bleeder valves on the brake calipers or drums. Attach a hose to the valve and have a helper press the brake pedal. Loosen the valve to let out the old fluid and keep the master cylinder topped up so air doesn't get in. Repeat for all four wheels. Start with the one farthest from the master cylinder. To refill, use the right brake fluid type, DOT3 or DOT4. Fill the reservoir under the hood and don't overfill. After bleeding the brakes, the pedal should feel firm and strong. Take a short test drive to be sure everything's working. Keeping your brake fluid fresh means safer stops and peace of mind. And power steering fluid. Not all cars need this. Many newer cars use electric power steering and don't need any fluid at all. But if your car has a hydraulic power steering system, it's important to check the fluid once in a while. Look for the power steering fluid reservoir under the hood. It'll have markings for hot and cold levels, depending on the engine's temperature. If the fluid is low, top it off using the right type and keep an eye on it later. A slow leak can turn into a big problem. Watch out for this sign. If you hear a whining noise when turning the wheel, it usually means the fluid is low. Driving like that can damage the pump and lead to expensive repairs. So if you hear the noise, stop, check, and refill the fluid before things get worse. A quiet steering wheel means everything's working smoothly. Now moving on to number 6, spark plugs. Spark plugs are tiny but super important. They create the spark that ignites the fuel and air in your engine, giving your car the power to move. If they're worn out, your car might feel sluggish or the engine may not run smoothly. You won't need to change them often, but if you notice a drop in power or your engine feels rough, it's time to have a mechanic check them out or follow your owner's manual for the schedule. It's good practice to replace copper spark plugs every 30,000 miles and iridium plugs before 100,000 miles. Number 7, don't ignore the serpentine belt. It may look like just a rubber strap, but the serpentine belt keeps important parts running, like the alternator, power steering, and AC. Once in a while, pop the hood and take a look at it. If you see cracks or fraying, it's time for a new one. Replacing it on time can prevent your car from breaking down suddenly. Number 8, front and rear differentials. Differentials help send power from the engine to your wheels, especially when turning. Rear-wheel drive cars have one in the back, while four-wheel drive and all-wheel drive cars have them in the front and back. Some even have one in the center. These parts need special fluid to stay lubricated, just like your engine or transmission. Over time, that fluid wears out, so ask your mechanic to check and change differential fluid based on what your owner's manual says. Now, here are some seasonal checkups. Number 9, replace your windshield wipers. Clear vision equals safe driving. If your windshield wipers leave streaks or squeak, it's time for a new pair. Wipers usually need replacing once a year, or sooner if they're not doing their job. In snowy areas, consider using winter wiper blades during cold months. They handle ice and slush better. And here's a winter tip: lift your wipers when parking to keep them from freezing to the glass. Number 10, watch your car battery. If your car won't start or takes a long time to crank, your 12-volt battery might be the problem. This battery powers everything from your lights to the engine starter, so when it's weak, the whole car struggles. How to check it? Use a multimeter, a small tool you can buy at any auto store. Touch the red lead to the positive terminal and the black to the negative. If it reads below 12.4 volts, it may need charging or replacing. Keep it clean. Over time, the battery can build up grease, vapor, or white corrosion. That stuff can slowly drain power. Spray with water and gently wipe it using a microfiber cloth. Wear gloves. For white crust on the terminals, use a brush or a battery cleaner. If it doesn't come off easily, the terminal might need replacing. When to replace? Most car batteries last around 3 to 5 years, but with care, some can last up to 7 years. Replacements can cost $100 to $500, so doing regular checks can save you from a sudden breakdown. Another preventive maintenance task is to keep your interior clean and clutter-free. For the exterior, wax your car twice a year. Want your car to stay shiny and protected? Wax it every 6 months after a good wash. Wax isn't just for looks, it creates a protective shield over the paint. Things like dust, sand, road salt, and even sunlight can slowly damage your car's finish. But with regular waxing, you help stop rust, fading, and tiny scratches before they start. It's a small job that goes a long way in keeping your car looking new for years. If you found this guide helpful, be sure to watch this next video as we're sharing insider tips to help you cut repair costs and keep your car running like new.